I got a couple of new additions. You can see that I got Anna apple I planted a year ago. Doing about this be the second summer, so over a year ago. Got some good apples on there. Had to put the bird net on there. Birds were pecking at it, so I had to take care of that. Added a new shade for some more peppers, and I got some volunteer tomatoes that came up. All these peppers, I started really late, so I had to get some peppers from the nursery. A lot of my seeds didn't come up that I planned on, but this is a new 4x8 bed. Yeah, I got a couple little baby plums here. This plum tree I planted at the same time as the apple. I was hoping for a few more, but I think I got 3. I had to put a net on them too because the birds were pecking at it. And I got a new crate bed here. Got some crates from work. Just put some PVC on them. Get the cover off here. Not doing bad. And a couple of peppers in there, but some dill. Some volunteer dill came up from seeds I threw in the ground a while back. And some radishes. Not sure what kind. It's some kind of basil. There's another basil. There's some comfrey. Some volunteer radishes. And some more basil. And lemon balm herb. And there's some oregano over there. And I put some irrigation in too, which makes a big difference. A lot less work. More basil. And this is Swiss chard. It's 105 today, or 106. Still getting Swiss chard. There's some dill. And here's the same old bed I had. It's the original bed here. There's some peppers. A lot of all these tomatoes on this side are volunteer tomatoes. I did not plant them. They were transferred to the soil via the chicken crap. I fed the chickens a lot of cherry tomatoes last year, and this is the result of it. When I put the manure on the ground, they come up all by themselves with a little bit of water. And there's some Boston pickling. Cucumbers are coming up pretty good now. There's more peppers. More volunteer tomatoes. And there's more peppers. There's a lot of Boston pickling cucumbers came up from seed. And I actually even got some asparagus. You can barely see it down there, but after a couple of years, that ought to be a nice little asparagus patch, hopefully. And there's more volunteer tomatoes. Peppers. There's a good basil plant there. It's doing pretty good. And more peppers. These tomatoes I planted over here. Some yellow, some gooseberry, heirloom tomatoes I planted over here. You can see a couple of them there. I think they're yellow. And there's some okra over here on the ground. This is the stuff that I tore out of the garden last year. I didn't want to throw it away, so I just transplanted it. And these peppers are probably 4 years old. Tomatoes are new, they're volunteers. But those peppers are 3 or 4 years old. I couldn't kill them, so. And there's the okra. I threw a couple seeds in there. And more volunteer tomatoes over here. And the pepper I transplanted. And there's my tobacco. Doing pretty good. More tobacco. And a volunteer tomato, another one. It's growing almost up to the top. And I planted some muscadine grapes. This is the first year they're in the ground. So hopefully in another year or two I'll have a good grape crop. And this is one of my transplants. I couldn't throw it away, and my garden got too low. The soil settled and I had to refill it, and it would have killed the plants. So I went ahead and transplanted them in the ground to see what would happen rather than throw them away. And another transplant is my eggplant. I didn't want to throw him away either. So they're just right in the dirt, and I keep them watered, they're doing good. Had a few tomato hornworms eating holes in them. And that's my tobacco bed right there beside the other bed. And there's a Boston pickling. Here's my new bed, my new shade, 2x6s. Oh, and this here, I'll show you this. These are volunteer tomatoes. I got a nice one in there. You can't see it right there. And there, I got a muscadine grape growing up right here. And these just came up because I was watering the muscadine grape, so the tomatoes came up with the chicken crap. So that's working out pretty good. Gotta keep this under 10 minutes here. Oh, I'm gonna show you my corn here. There's my rogue corn. I planted a bunch of corn seeds, but this one was the only one that I actually kept watered because it's next to my other muscadine grape, which is right here. Here's a volunteer cherry tomato. Came up. So we'll see how that corn does. I don't know. And over here, this is a brand new shade structure here. My back wall was just a bake fest. South-facing wall, so I had to cover it up in order to grow anything in here. There's my zucchini. It's got a little mold. What do you call that? I forgot the name of that mold. But and I got some orange glow heirloom melons. Hopefully they'll do good. There's some Alibaba melons. They're starting to vine out. There's my vines. This is a new addition. This is my fig tree. Volunteer tomato. Got one down there. And this is all my cigar tobacco. Cigar and pipe tobacco. And more melons. Let's see how they do. And the zucchini. That one's doing pretty good. I don't have too much of the mold on that one. But powdery mildew, that's what it's called. And there's more, I think, Alibaba melons. And here's my okra patch here. Berries okra, Star of David, that's the biggest one right there. Star of David okra. And I forget the names of these. I got the tags in there, but they're doing pretty good now. They started a little slow, but I got a real late start on everything. Anyway, there's my chicken coop. There's the fertilizers. They're sitting in their little water dish thing over there, trying to keep cool. That's it.